You know what I mean? And so it's like, just like you've opened up doors for your kids.
Will Smith.
And now, like, they're going to open up doors that you could have never, because now you've helped them pursue that next level. You know, and that's how I feel with my father. It's like, he's opened up doors. My parents opened up doors for me. So if I'm only going to walk through and, like, half-ass it, like, that's on me. But at least they opened the door. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah, they did their part.
You go as far as you want to go, but, like, you better be opening up doors for the other generations or people.
Yeah, exactly.
Get their next...
That's a great thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want the next generation to improve upon. I don't want a weaker generation. And it seems like this day and age, they're weak.
Well,
I have to say that.
So
you know,
many
they're
opportunities
soft,
for them to be weak.
Oh, yeah. They're soft-bodied and soft-minded. And it's like, come on. Like, everything's given to them. They don't have to work for it. Hard times breed strong people.
Yeah.
Period. Soft times, things when it's easy, it breeds easygoing, soft people. Yeah. It just does. So I feel like, you know, hopefully this COVID thing has built some strong people. Maybe people are starting to get stronger. I hope so, because I got 6 daughters and I need some good, you know, I need some, you know, men
solid,
being built right now, you know, going through some tough stuff so that they can be strong.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to hand them off to some soft wussy dude.
Soft.
You're in for a lot of years. How old is your oldest?
She's 17. Yeah.
And how old's your youngest?
Youngest is 4. I do a lot of years.
That's why you train so hard. That's why I figured it out.
They're like, Dad. My daughter Lavender said one time, she's like, Dad, how does it's like with what you have set as the expectation? She's like, how am I going to find a guy like that? And I'm like, maybe look in the places that you don't think he's going to be. Look in the places where people have had a hard life. Yeah. Stuff like that.
He's not going to be at the nightclub.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like he's going to be in a. He's going to be the one working.
Yeah,
and having ethics
exactly.
And values and.
Yep, and you know they will, because you attract what you are. Yeah. So if she is that, I just said, listen, you'll attract the person that you are. So if you write down all the things that you want to see in another person, then you need to start being that. Mm-hmm. So it's just a 2-part thing. It's easy. I mean, well, it's not easy. But it's a simple formula. We'll put it that way. It's simple, not easy.
Yeah, and it's that I remember my bishop growing up. He always used to give me the phrase, "If you hang around."
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, like if you want to attract, kind of royalty men, like for lack of a better term, you better be in a royalty situation.
Yeah.
Where hey, like they're the ones working hard. They're the ones that can provide that for you in your life and sustain it, or whatever.
But you need to be that too.
Yeah.
You know. It's not this, don't be the damsel in distress, you know, looking for somebody to save you, because they won't value you the way that they could, you know? Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
I know.
I told my wife I'm scared. 16 years podcast in prison, you know.
I know. We just basically.
Full disclosure, I won't, but like.
Any of the boys they bring home is just like, hey, they have to beat me in an arm wrestle, maybe a push-up contest or something like that. Okay, you can go on a date with her, you know, like if you
8:30, you're back. Even at 8:15.
Yeah, it's great. Put them through a workout and see how they do, and be like, okay, maybe a little training.
At 6 8. Actually, you do a special class at like 4:30 in the morning for them or something. You know what I mean? Like,
it would be better if you had your daughter bring them there to your gym and not tell them who you are to them.
Oh yeah. So they don't know that I'm.
And just
that's a good idea.
Push them and
And who's this crazy? Who's this crazy coach? Who's this crazy coach? Why is he after me?
Why is your picture on the wall?
Well, maybe it won't work, but
no, I think it will.
No, I think so. I think that sounds like a good idea. So, what do you do? What do you do now? What do you do personally that inspires you? Things that you do on a daily basis that influences you to be better. You're saying you're doing that challenge, right? So there's that. When you say you got to read something, you know, every day, what is it that draws in that motivation for you?
Yeah, I think especially obviously, you know, like I feel like the relationship that I have in the past.
Yeah.
It's like, that's been a huge,
Explore
I need to
that.
get my crap together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, as I'm listening to these podcasts,
Yeah.
right, things like that, where I want to be better so that when like my daughter is, you know, a husband or like a partner at the time, she looks, you know, and that's been like a huge motivating factor because, you know, I know my son and I know boys, a lot of guys, and so it's like, that's easier. What I want is this girl to have a better role model in like a father figure or like, and so that's been a huge motivating factor. And so like, one of the big things that I've kind of felt, especially at times, is that, you know, if I'm not gonna be able to myself, how do I do it for? And so like, obviously I'm far from it, but like I want to be. You know,
well, and that's a good place to start with your wife. You know, like, because you probably see your daughter in your wife, vice versa, but like, that's a really good place to start. That, like, those types of interactions.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, my wife is amazing.
Yeah.
Right, and like, I definitely married way higher. Like, I married that and like, she's an amazing mother, and like, obviously, like, our relationship has changed drastically. Having kids is kids running around or whatever, but like, it's been really interesting how love changes and how like you interact with each other differently now them and like, it's been really, you know, more on an intimate level to be like, wow, like, she's doing so much for these kids, right? Like, especially this girl where they're breastfeeding and doing all these things, and it's like, I almost feel like, well, shit, I'm not, because like, I can't wait, like, God didn't bless me with those types of things. Right? And so it's like, it's the dynamic has changed so much that it's like, okay, well, what can I do to like better this child? I can provide, I can like work hard, I can be a good father, I could, you know, those types of things. And that's why I'm like, okay, I need to like get my shit going, because like, how fast is it before she?
I know.
And I'm like, if I'm still trying to figure my shit out, then it's like, oh crap, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying I have to have it all figured out, but like, that's like, I want to be able to provide a life that I never had, right? I want to open up those doors that my father opened for me, and like, give those to them. And so like, I need getting better, you know, and that's like been a huge pull for me, especially as of lately. Okay, like, you can't be Chips Ahoy. Ugh, I could eat a whole box of Chips Ahoys in one night. My wife would attest to that too. But it's like, you can't be doing that, especially if you want. You know, like, growing up, I didn't have a father that played sports with me, right? Like, he was super athletic, but he was always busy. And when he was home, he was tired, working, or he was tired. And so it was like, I think when he started coming to my football games, like, it was my senior year, you know, so it was like, and he would like hit and miss and like wasn't really involved. And so like, for me, it's like, I want to be the opposite, right? Like, I want to be able to like play sports with my son, and like, if my daughter goes and does that dancing stuff, I'll go to that stuff, you know, whatever. Like, I think she'll play sports, hopefully. But like, I want to be in those situations where I can create the long term, especially so like, when they have kids, they were, hey, I want to give that to
that's awesome. Dude, you sound like you're a good dad.
Oh yeah,
good dad.
You don't ask my
definitely
wife.
Definitely a good dad.
No, and she's definitely a good mom. She's tough too.
Yeah, she's amazing, you know, and she's awesome because, you know, she has the mental, like, one of her goals is to play in some volleyball. You know, and like,
she did junior Olympics.
Well, she's done some tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I remember way back.
I think if we would have not had kids as quickly as we did, she would have already reached that goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, obviously, like, you live in.
Dude, she has hang time like Jordan hang time. I'm serious.
How tall is she?
She's 5'9.5".
Okay.
But she can jump like 40. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty tall. She dunked a volleyball or a tennis ball on a 10-foot rim.
Yeah.
So she's
awesome.
She's an athlete, and so like
5'9" girl, she's dunking a freaking.
That whole family just.
Dude, I remember watching her play sometimes volleyball, and it's like she would float in the air. Dude, she would jump and wait.
She didn't play basketball, only volleyball. That whole family just like
focuses on
from like the womb. You know, you come out. No, and
because her brother played too.
Yeah,
and her mom's pretty tall.
Her mom is I think 2-time All-American in
college.
No,
she's awesome. Like 5'11" or 6 foot at least. Like, she's like,
and their dad is 6'4", played basketball.
Okay, like,
that's an athletic family, man.
But she has, the big thing is she has big ass successful.
Yeah.
And to not in the sense of like, hey, I want the money or whatever, but like she believes and knows that she has been given gifts that she can help people through athletics. And so like with her, we just had our second, and so now she's like, she's already working out, getting her abs back together. Like her goals are like to play in these.
That's awesome.
And like that is a big goal, right, for anybody.
That's a huge goal.
Anybody.
Yeah.
But like she knows that with the right training, with the right mentality,
she can
with the
do
right
it.
Team, and like there's no doubt
that's
that
awesome.
She can, and so it's like. If you have somebody that's doing that, he's on the side.
So,
hey babe, you're doing awesome. Like, Chips Ahoy for me.
What is she doing as far as playing in games or
so there's
whatever?
There's a lot of like local
training.
Tournaments.
Yeah.
So like obviously right now with just like obviously the changes in her body, she's just recovering.
Yeah.
So she's going through like the ab rehab program to like kind of like reconstruct her body.
Yeah.
And then she'll start getting into like there's some like tournaments in Salt Lake where she can play sand. Most likely she'll go down to Southern California because there's a lot of like kind of pro out there.
Yeah.
And then kind of just the change.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that is really cool.
It's a big goal, but it's achievable.
Well, it's achievable for someone like her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I just had to make like.
Man, I think you're doing good, man. You're on the right track. I think you're. I think you're doing
I just
awesome.
seen the new location for the classes.
Yep.
And that's
it's at the end of I guess it would be the end of town or
just right into that pace.
Well, it's awesome because. Are you guys doing like massages there or what?
No, so mainly we're doing like right now we have a high fitness instructor and a step, like a hip hop step. If you guys have seen that, it's kind of newer right now. And so we run those two classes.
It's just like dancing classes.
Yeah, they're kind of like a lot of you do certain movements, kind of follow the instructor.
Like cooler than Zumba.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't do either of them. I can't keep rhythm, but. Yeah, so it's fun. And we hope to get like yoga, more of like a class-oriented level there, and kind of hopefully explore that.
I would love.
Is that why Camilla was trying to call my wife?
Most likely, yeah. Does your wife do yoga?
She's been trying to get her for a long time. No, for a long time she's been trying to get her like.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Well then,
I know. I just need it in my gym somewhere. And it's cool that our gyms are like far enough apart that there's like no competition, plus we do different things. But,
yeah. Well, and it's that training is complete.
It's
been kicking my ass.
That's good, man. Keep coming.
That last 20 minutes is like, all right, you suck it up, right?
Yep.
Just like, But the atmosphere. I was telling Liz, you know, like when you play sports,
the training,
like you get involved and it's like competitive.
Yeah.
But there's also camaraderie. You get like this group together.
And it's like you can do it. Get that, whatever, right? And like
it's even funner, like being on a good team.
Yeah, you want to win for sure. And like I like to win, so I'm like, there's a guy that works out at his gym, and I'm always trying to keep up. And so it's really good for me because like if I'm just working out at Fit Club, I'll get a good workout in, but it's like I don't get that push that I need.
And that's why I said like it's better to be on a good team because like internally. Like the pace or whatever, it's like just better. It's just great feeling. I don't know how to put it, but
Well, and if you play with good people,
you do.
It's like,
and you work out with people that are just a level above you. You rise to that level, and it's just
If you play for the Lakers, you'll get better. If you play for the Jazz, you might. Just kidding. No, they're really good.
Okay, man. Dude, it's been really good having you on the podcast today.
This was awesome
conversation.
Awesome conversation, and I look forward to seeing you at the gym. And
for sure.
For sure.
Keep coming, and hopefully in the next come back and have better stories. Or I'll be like, hey, Jim failed. I need to talk about my struggles.
Either way, right?
Either way.
Okay, we just invite everybody to share and like this, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Yep.